Good afternoon, you wonderful, wonderful bunch, you. Looking fabulous. Looking fabulous, you are. Straight into the meat and potatoes as we talk about the Stephen Smith case briefly. Briefly. I know you guys love a good pronunciation mess. You're always telling me. I'm like Starbucks. I'll start writing people's names wrong. You're going to talk about it. All my big master plan. Anyway, screw that. Let's get on with it. So, as Alex Murdoch sits rotting in his cell, I say rot on it, I don't know what's going on. 1 minute he's being moved, the next minute he's in protective fucking box, whatever, protect him from the people around him who could hurt him. I don't care. As long as he is in a room with bars and no fucking windows, I don't care anything about him. But what I do care about is the Stephen Smith case. That's the Stephen Smith case. I'm guessing you all know about the Stephen Smith case by now, and if you don't, you need to, because Stephen Smith was another potential, and I say potential because nothing's been proven, despite the fact that Buster, his name was mentioned around 40 times during the death of Stephen Smith. Nothing ever came of it. He wasn't questioned, he wasn't arrested, he was nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm wondering if that had been the same if my name would have been mentioned 40 times. But anyway, let's not jump to conclusions. But what we are looking at now is the fact that Stephen's body has been exhumed. The exhumation has taken place. I touched on this the other day. The results are in. We don't know the results, but it was successful. And I've been pondering what they mean by successful. What do they mean? What could they potentially mean when it comes to this exhumation being a success? Now, I'm reading between the lines here. This is speculatory. Now, let's not forget that, again, Buster's name was mentioned around 40 times. 40 times. There was some stuff that was ignored, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Because this in itself, let's not even start looking at the other stuff that was hidden, the rape kit and all this sort of stuff. There was other stuff that was hidden. But what we are going to say is, look, Buster Murdoch, he was mentioned around 40 times, and it was put down as a hit and run. And it weren't until the Alex Murdoch trial, when they started searching the Moselle mansion and all that, that something happened. Something was found. Something was found that sparked the Stephen Smith case to be reinvigorated, a new lease of life. They want to look back into it. And subsequently, it has now been deemed a homicide, and they are investigating it as such. What I will say, as a side note, is if this is now deemed as a homicide, and they got it wrong at the beginning, they said it was a hit and run, and it clearly isn't, and they potentially found something at the Moselle mansion that would lead them to believe otherwise, that has spurned all this ball rolling. Why in the blue fuck did Stephen Smith's poor mum and family have to set up a GoFundMe to fund the exhumation? Make that fucking make sense, because that don't make sense to me. Why do they have to foot the bill? Why do they have to foot the bill for a mistake or a cover-up? Anyway, I digress. Rant over. So, yes. So, I'm thinking to myself, well, they've obviously done the autopsy, and it is pointed out, I would imagine quite clearly, that this boy didn't die of a hit and run. And what else could have pointed to the fact, right early on, that he wasn't a hit and run? Let's have a look. So, this here, look. So, this is a report. I'm going to come back to this because this is Dr. Kenneth Kinsey. He's now involved as well. But this isn't what I want to show you. This is what I want to show you to start with. So, Stephen Smith's boyfriend received death threats days after Buster Murdoch's classmate's homicide. Now, it says here, just days after Stephen Smith was mysteriously found dead on a desolate South Carolina roadway, his boyfriend received a series of terrifying death threats, possibly linked to the murder. Now, Mark Picard was the last person to communicate with Smith on the night of July 2015. Last person to communicate legitimately without the intention of murdering him. and it says, communicate with Smith on the night of July 2015 when his lifeless body was found near the Hampton County home of Alex Murdoch. It wasn't right close, it was a few miles away, but this estate spans, around 1,700 acres. The son of a prominent lawyer who was recently convicted of murdering his wife and son. Now, Picard told investigators the 19-year-old called him to say that he had ran out of gas and felt he was being followed before hearing big mud tyres approaching his friend. They're like coming towards him or going past because they sounded loud and they were getting louder. And that, I believe, was the last time I talked to him, Picard told investigators. 5 days later, Picard called the Hampton Police Department to report a series of harassing phone calls originating from the Cayman Islands. Fucking Cayman Islands. So, for a start off, what is the Cayman Islands all about? So the Cayman Islands have a notoriety. They've got a notoriety of being where people with money and wealth like to hide their money. It might be for tax reasons, tax evasion reasons, tax-free sanctuary and stuff like that. But generally, the Cayman Islands are linked to people with power, money. So who around this boy has power, money, was mentioned around 40 times. I'll leave that with you. Let that sizzle on the Barbie. And we'll look at this quickly. So this is now, like I say, Kenneth Kinsey is involved. Kenneth Kinsey, prominent figure, prominent face in the Alex Murdoch trial. Forensic expert Dr. Kenneth Kinsey has joined the investigation into the death of Smith, 19, whose body was found in the middle of the road in July 2015. There is a picture of the young man with his amazing mum. That is a picture of the car where it was left, where it was found. I don't even know if that ran out of gas because it would appear that someone put gas in it. So they don't know, but apparently it had run out of gas. There's Kinsey himself looking like a gangster. There is Stephen again. The cause of Smith's death was debated over the last 8 years as it was initially investigated as a hit and run. Cops found his body approximately 2 to 3 miles from where his vehicle was thought to have run out of gas, and law enforcement originally ruled Smith's death a vehicular manslaughter. And on March 21st, investigators revealed that the case had been reopened and declared a homicide after new evidence came to light. New evidence came to light. Where did the evidence come from? Where did this new evidence, and what was this new evidence? I'm telling you, found something at the Murdoch house. So tell me now, was Buster Murdoch involved in this? Who had a truck? Who apparently had got rid of said truck in the days after this situation? Whose uncle knew about it before it had even been released to the public? And who said that they'd be involved and then quickly withdrew involvement when they realised they could just bury it and it wouldn't matter? Obviously, again, this is all speculation. Innocent until proven otherwise. But something stinks. Let me know down below what you think. And we'll await the results of the autopsy.
What's up, Harsh fam? We just launched our new nonprofit organization, United Search Corps. We're going to be advocating for the missing and families of the missing as well. And we need your help to spread awareness for our mission and also our fundraiser. There's a lot of equipment and necessary things that we need for this to be possible. So please take a second and share our fundraiser. For more information, please check out our website, unitedsearchcorps.org. Go over to my YouTube channel and check out our announcement video as well. The links will be in the description below. Thank each and every one of you for your time and consideration. Thank you.